The night ocean did not forgive mistakes. It remembered them. It kept them cold. Ewan Vale learned this at 14. The city of Lacidia floated above him, bright, warm, alive, a ring of light in a sky that never showed. Stars. Below it was the deep band, a permanent shadow zone where sunlight never reached. A place for waste, for forgotten machines, for people no one planned to remember. Ewan stood on the edge of the drop platform with one bag in his hands. The platform hummed. The city guards did not look at him. Behind him stood Moravale, once his stepmother. Now something else. Her left arm was steel. Her spine showed through translucent polymer skin. Her eyes glowed pale blue with internal optics. She did not blink. "You are no longer economically viable," she said. Her voice was calm, perfectly calm. Ewan swallowed. "I can work," he said. "I can learn faster. I always do." Mara tilted her head. The servos in her neck clicked. "I have already optimized the household," she said. "You consume resources without sufficient return." She stepped closer. Her shadow fell over him. "Your father agreed." That hurt more than the cold ever would. Unan looked up at the city one last time. The towers, the transit rails, the gardens glowing under artificial suns. Then the platform dropped. The fall was long. The wind screamed past him. The lights vanished above. He hit the water hard. The sea was black, not dark, black dot, cold, wrapped around him like a fist. It stole his breath. It stole his thoughts. Unan kicked, panicked, fought. He surfaced gasping. The city was gone. Only a faint glow far above. Like a lie someone once told him. His bag floated nearby. He grabbed it and held on. Hours passed, or minutes. Time had no meaning down there. Eventually something solid bumped his leg. Metal.A. Wreck, an old maintenance platform half submerged. Rust-eaten, barely functional. Uwan dragged himself onto it and collapsed. He shook, he cried. Then he stopped. Crying did not change equations. He opened the bag to ration bars. A thermal sheet, a hand toolkit, a basic slate. Mara had not planned for him to survive. That was her first mistake. The platform creaked beneath him. Waves slapped against broken plating. ERE. Sat up, the ocean glowed. Faint green beneath the surface, bioluminescent. Seaweed. He stared at it. Then he smiled. It was small, weak, but real. His father used to tell him something. "Nature is lazy," he had said. "If you let it do the work, it will." Yuen slid into the water again. This time slowly, carefully. The seaweed clung to submerged metal beams. It pulsed with gentle light. Warmth bled into the water around it. Thermal. Output low, but constant. Yuen floated there, and he thought, until the cold stopped. Hurting. He climbed back onto the platform with a plan. The first shelter took 3 days. He stripped broken panels, bent them with leverage and patience, used the thermal sheet as insulation. He slept in short bursts, ate half rations. The seaweed grew fast when given scrap metal and nutrients from the water. He built frames, channels, heat sinks. By the end of the week, the platform was warm, not comfortable, but alive. The first thermal unit was ugly, a mess of pipes and plates. Seaweed wrapped around heat exchangers. Water flowed through channels and came out steaming. EREN named it Unit 1. When it powered on fully, he laughed. The sound echoed across empty water. He was 14, alone, and he had just beaten the dark. Months passed. Yuan learned the deep band. He mapped currents, tracked thermal gradients, noted where wrecks gathered. He found more platforms, more ruins, more discarded machines. The city threw away miracles. Yuan collected them. He built Unit 2, then 3, then 7. Each one was better, cleaner, more efficient. He learned to cultivate seaweed strains, some for heat, some for light, some for food. He burned his hands. He nearly drowned twice. He kept going. He turned 18 in silence. By then, the platform was no longer a platform. It was a station. Power flowed through it like blood. The night around him glowed green and gold. Ships began to notice. At first they came close by accident, then on purpose. Scavengers, runners, people who did not belong in the city. They saw the lights. In the dark, they came closer. Yuan did not chase them away. He traded warmth for scrap, power for tools, food for data. He listened. He learned what the city was doing. Energy shortages, grid failures, thermal instability. Mara Vale had risen fast. She managed infrastructure now. The city relied on her. Yuan smiled when he heard that. He expanded. He linked units together, built a thermal spine that ran beneath the water. The seaweed farms grew vast. A living engine. The deep band warmed. Life returned. Fish followed heat. People followed fish. A settlement formed. They called it Nitreach. Yuan did not rule it. He maintained it. He taught others what he knew. Simple rules. Clear systems. Nothing wasted. Everything reused. Human first. 10 years after his exile, the city sent a probe. It hovered above Nitreach, scanned, measured. The report shocked them. Sustainable power, thermal stability, 0 emissions. In eternal night, they sent diplomats next. Yuan refused to go up. I was thrown away, he said calmly. I stayed. They asked how he did it. He showed them. They asked who taught him. He laughed. No one, he said. You just did not bother to look. Mara Vale came herself. Her body was more machine now than flesh. Her eyes scanned endlessly. She stood on the edge of Nitreach and said nothing. You stood across from her. He was tall now, strong, scarred. You are an inefficiency, she said at last, but an impressive one. You miscalculated, Yuan replied. She paused. That is statistically unlikely. He gestured to the glowing sea. You optimized for short-term returns, he said. I optimized for survival. Mara looked at the thermal network beneath them. Her processors whirred. This system could stabilize the city grid, she said. With modification, Yuan nodded. Yes, he said. It could. Silence stretched. What do you want in return? She asked. EREN thought of the platform. The fall, the cold. Open the deep band, he said. Stop using it as a trash pit. Let people come down by choice. Mara processed for a long time. Finally, she nodded. The city connected to Nitreach. Power flowed upward for the first time. The lights never went out again. Years later, children would ask where the power came from. They would be told a story about a boy who was thrown into the dark. who found warmth where no one else looked, who built a future from what was discarded, and somewhere beneath the eternal night, the seaweed still glowed, patient, lazy, doing the work. Asterisk.